Hey, welcome back. All right, so today is part 2 of my topper collection for my whole collection project. So this is going to be all of my ILNP toppers. I had a bunch of you ask that I do them as a separate video. So I'm gonna do this in 2 categories. The first one are gonna be all of the flaky toppers, and then the second half will be all of my shimmery ethereal toppers. Okay, so let me start with the ones that I haven't worn yet. After I do my collection series, I plan on redoing my entire storage collection. I decided that I don't want my untrieds to be separate because it's just becoming overwhelming for me to know that I have an entire helmet of just untrieds. So I'm going to be commingling my untrieds with my regular polishes based on their color categories. So to get that process started, I pulled out all of my untried glitters. So these are all of them, and put them into, with my toppers. So these are my untried ILNP toppers. A lot of these I got during a sale. Some of these I got from my friend Laura. She destashes, and then she likes to send me her destashes. And she likes ILNP like I do. ILNP, so this one is Phoenix. And these ones are all of their flaky toppers that we're gonna do first. Look at that, so pretty. Okay, then we have Supernova Hollow. So this is the hollow version. I believe all the ones that are hollow, my friend Laura sent me. They had a sale last year when they were, I think it was last year, they were like discontinuing a bunch of their polishes and also having a sale. So I went ahead and bought a bunch of their toppers, and then they have a regular version and then they have a hollow version. I believe I bought mostly the regular versions, and Laura bought a bunch of the hollow versions, and then the ones that she didn't like, she ended up sending me. So this one is Supernova Hollow. Okay, and then we have Electric Carnival Hollow. These flaky toppers are so pretty. I need to wear them. Okay, and then this one is Luna. Look at that. This is so pretty. There are a couple within these flaky ones that I swatched when I first got them, and they're so very similar. I think this is one of them. This one is Metropolis. They look so similar in the bottle, and then when you swatch them out, there's slight differences. Yeah, I guess these ones are, when they're these deep, dark, vampy, flaky toppers, a lot of them have such similar shifts. Like maybe the predominant color is blue and it shifts purple, and then the other one, the predominant is purple and it shifts blue, and they just end up looking so similar. So there's that one. And then I think it was this one maybe that they're kind of all in the similar. This one is Supernova. So this one is Supernova that I bought, and then I thought I just showed you guys this too. Yeah, and then this one is Supernova Hollow. So this is Supernova, and this is Supernova Hollow that my friend Laura sent me. There we go. Look at those shifts though. These are crazy. These are gonna be so good in the fall. Okay, then we have The Road to Awe. Look at that. This one's more like a kind of like magenta bronzy one. Really pretty. Okay, actually this kind of reminds me of Take the Punny and Run by KB Shimmer. Okay, then we have Empire. I bought this one a while ago thinking it was, I forget the name. I've had people tell me before. Thinking it was a different one of their gold toppers, and then when I got this one, I was very disappointed. This isn't what I was expecting. I believe this is more opaque. I forget, I've never worn it because I haven't been excited to wear it, but I believe this is more opaque, and the one that I wanted was more of a sparse topper, if I'm remembering correctly. So I haven't worn this one yet. Maybe I'll try to wear it this December. Okay, then we have Atlantis Hollow. Look at that, it's pretty. Okay, then we have ILNP Ball Drop. This one is very pretty, I like this one. This one is just a rainbow glitter mix. So pretty, I like this one. Okay, then we have ILNP Empress. This is beautiful. I've worn this one many times. It's a very beautiful, soft, dainty pink flaky topper. Then they have, let me show you this other one. This one is Compass, and this one is more of like a, kind of like a coppery rose gold. I don't know that I would necessarily truly call this a rose gold, but it's like a copper with maybe just a little tinge of like a rose gold feel to it. But these, the formulas on these are so good. Love them. Okay, and then we have Kaleidoscope. This one I've had for years. Okay, and then we have Glory. So this is the one, if you watched my first one, where I mentioned KB Shimmer. Let me just show you because I have it right here. KB Shimmer Take It or Leave It. These are dupes, as well as the tonic polish that I mentioned. Down in Flames, except for the Down in Flames dries matte, and then these two dry normal. I love it. I'm not gonna get rid of this, even though it's pretty much a dead-on dupe for the KB Shimmer. I just love this. This is the perfect fall topper, and it's just gorgeous. I'm not gonna get rid of it, but it's just absolutely beautiful. Okay, now we're going to do my kind of shimmery ethereal toppers. I love these toppers. These are all the toppers that I use whenever I'm duping my PPU wish list, and I have a polish that I'm duping that has any kind of like soft shimmer to it. I'm using these toppers. Now, this is the only, I don't buy collections, like I don't complete collections, but I will say, as far as the ILNP goes, I do have, I believe, all of their shimmery toppers. Some of them I had held off originally on getting because I thought that they were very similar and I didn't need them. And then once I realized how much I love their shimmer toppers and I was using them, I had decided to complete the collection, which, like I said, I typically don't do that, but I did. Now in hindsight, some of these are very similar, more similar than maybe I quite realized. All of my swatch pictures are going to be over black, and it is hard, some of them, even looking at them, is kind of hard to tell exactly how similar they are until you swatch them over black. ILNP's website has a really good like swatch picture breakdown where it has all of these swatched over black. I think I'm going to include that picture at some point, just because it's a really good comprehensive picture and it's just a nice picture, so I'm going to share that with you. Okay, so I kind of broke these up into little categories of like shifts and colors. Some of them, like I said, will be a little bit similar, and I thought it would be easier to share them together. Okay, so the first little category I have here is purples. This one is Moonstone. And this one has all these different shifts. You see the blue, you see the pink, and then you see the green. I'm not gonna lie, my personal swatch pictures are not great. I think I've swatched all of these a couple different times and I just can't capture the beauty of these. You have seen me wear a lot of these in my manis, and I believe videos are much better. So just keep that in mind. And like I said, I'm gonna try to include the ILNP's picture because it's much better. And then this one is Abyss. This one I use a lot. This one is more just kind of like purple and blue. So I think you can see the difference how this one has that pink hue to it. And then you see the pink at different angles. And then it's got the slight blue. And then this one is mostly just kind of blue and purple. So these two I would say are different. And I don't feel bad having both of those. Okay, then we have Raven. And this one is kind of like it's like a blue, green, very similar. They're very similar, but they're different. And this one, if you look at it, kind of has like a stronger, I mean, they look like they're kind of the same formula, but this one looks like it's got slightly bigger particles. I don't know if you can tell, like this one feels a lot like smoother. I don't mean smoother as in like it's gritty, but I don't know really how to describe it. It's just, this one is more like shimmer particles, whereas this one it feels more like they're tiny cut up flaky, so it just feels a little bit like bigger particles. And this one feels more like green blue, whereas these ones are more like purpley blue, and this one has more green in it. Okay, then we have Free Spirit. This one is like a pink green shift, very pretty. Okay, and then we have Scarlet. This one has more of a deeper scarlet color. So you can see the difference in these. This one pulls more pink, and this one next to it definitely looks more red. That red with the kind of orange shift to it. So pink and red, and this one is Scarlet. Okay, then we have Limitless. This one is green. This one feels green, and then it's got, I don't know if it's coming across the camera, but it's got pink shift to it. There you go. See that little subtle pink shift to it? So this one is kind of pink too, like the Free Spirit, but this one is predominantly the pink, and then it's got that kind of soft green, whereas this one, the main color that you see is that kind of like greeny gold or like lime green, and then it's got that tiny shift to pink. So you can see the difference on that. So same kind of like colors, but different shifts. One is the predominant color and then shifts. So these are the opposites, I would say. Okay, and then Scarlet I showed you. And then this one is the Alchemist. And this one is, looking at it here, it feels more orange with a green shift. So you see that one next to Scarlet. These ones feel very similar. So Scarlet, I think you can see pulls a little bit more red, like when you have it when you see it at the extreme angle, you can see how strong that red is. And then this one I feel is a little bit more subdued, and not subdued, but it looks a little more orange. Hope you can see the difference. So this one pulls more red and this one pulls more orange, and then they both have that kind of green shift. I hope you can see the difference. So far of all these ones that I just showed you, I would say none of them are really dupes, and I'm happy to have all of them. Okay, now for the green ones. The green ones I think is where it kind of gets a little tricky. And honestly, looking in the bottles, some of them is kind of hard. Let me just show them to you one by one. This one is Renegade. I love this one. This one is green. And then it shifts. It's got that kind of like pinky purple shift, but it's mostly just kind of like a strong green. So this one is just, I use this one when I want like a green shimmer. There's that one. And then we have Mile High. And this one you can see has a stronger pink to it. It's green, but then it's got more pink to it. So I think you can see how this one on the corner, you can see a little bit of the pink, whereas this one, when you look at it straight on, it's pink, and then when you turn it, you see the green. So these two are kind of the opposites. So maybe I should have showed this when I was doing the pinks. And then this last one is Head Start. And this one is just a very strong green. I think this is the one that's very similar to Renegade. This one, actually no, like looking at them like this one feels very green to me, and this one feels like it's pulling more of a gold. So when you look at them all individually this way, I feel like none of them are really dupes. But then when you look at the picture that I'm going to show you for ILNP, a couple of them look like they're the same. So I really think a lot of it depends on just how it actually translates on the nail. But in the bottles, I would say none of them are true dupes. These two I think are probably pretty similar, Head Start and Renegade. And then everything else, I feel like they kind of have different enough shifts that, you know, me personally, I feel happy having all of these because I just love them. But I hope this portion is helpful for you guys. I know a bunch of you have been asking me to do my ILNPs separate, so I hope this was helpful for you. Like I said, I'm gonna leave all the pictures. If I have any videos, I don't think I do, but if I have any individual videos of any of these, I'll include those. And then I'll be recording tomorrow because the lighting is starting to go bad. I'm gonna be recording part 3 of my toppers, and then that will be my final toppers. And then after that, I believe I just have my Halloween and my Christmas drawer, and then after that, I believe it's gonna be all my untrieds. And then after I do all my untrieds, after that, I'm going to be starting my declutter series. I decided that I'm going to go through drawer by drawer. So my pinks, I'm gonna declutter all my pinks on camera, drawer by drawer. So I'm gonna start my declutter series. And then after I do that, I'm going to kind of like overhaul my storage, and I'm going to just like redo my storage. I don't know if I'll do a video on that because I'm not sure. But anyways, if you have any questions, leave them down below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.